Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. What's going on, traders? Johnny back with another live day trading session. Right. Share the link with the team. Hope you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. I hope you're all having a great start to your morning. Today is March 19th, 2026. It is a Thursday, so happy Thursday to all of you. Friday and the weekend are in sight for a lot of you who work. And yeah, 7:24 in the morning. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your day. I know I certainly am. Happy to be here. We went over that Jerome Powell speech yesterday and the Fed rate cut decision. Of course, nothing really happened with that, except the interest rates were not cut. And yeah, everything's selling off overnight. Bitcoin down to $69,000 from yesterday's highs of around 74, 72 even thousand. So big dip today again for Bitcoin. QQQ also sold off pretty dramatically overnight. As you can see here, from highs of yesterday at 608 to lows of 592. It popped up for just a moment to 596 to 597, and it's now sitting at 589, down $5 or 0.87%. And we could see this begin to go much lower. This is just the beginning of this pretty insane sell-off here. So we're going to see how low it can go. As you can see too, for Bitcoin, it could find a little bit of support here, or it'll drop below this moving average and begin to go back down into 68,000, 67, potentially 65,000. So we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. Mara, unfortunately, took a small loss on Mara today. $22 today. I believe it was about $18 yesterday on this initial dip here. And I had multiple chances to get out, not only break even, but for a small profit, and I chose not to. I thought Bitcoin would rally and the market would rally a bit more before the sell-off, but it just sold off. So I took my loss and yeah, got out of Mara. We got back into MSTZ. 200 shares. I bought pre-market. I believe a little bit high on the day, but I don't want to miss the opportunity if it does push up higher. Bought 100 shares at 1082 and 100 shares at 1092. And if this begins to, of course, sell off and come back down, I'll buy some more, because there's still tension in Iran. There's still a lot of stuff happening that are going to be affecting the market as a whole. We have, of course, oil prices are going up. We have tension in Iran still, as well as a lot of other things going on. So, it's not like we're doing the best here. I guess South Par's gas field got bombed from Israel now. So Israel is now getting involved, bombing Iranian gas fields. Trump didn't like that, of course. And then we have the U.S. Secretary of War Hegseth says today will be the largest strike package yet against Iran. So escalation continues. They're talking about oil prices going up from $100 crude oil a barrel to 120, and that if it hits 150, we're talking about some really big recessionary responses and risk. Some people are quoting that this could be as bad as the 2008 recession. So that'll be interesting to say the least. And then we have MSTR. MSTR is below that previous 135 resistance level. If it can hold below 135, we could see 130. We could see 125. We could see 120. So I'm hoping that actually happens here, and we don't get some support on this moving average on the 4-hour time frame. But overall, seems to be dropping. It's down 4% on the day, which means MSTZ is up 8% on the day. So love to see that. If we can get a break above with MSTZ, you know, potentially back to some previous highs, I would take at this point $12, $12.50. If it wants to go up to 16 or $17 or even 30 something dollars like it did before, fan freaking tastic. We will take it. So make sure that we manage our risk. Market opens in 30 seconds, and let's all have a great day of trading. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sound, of course, is going to piss me off with the stupid alerts. Sound selling off, right? Bad time to get into sound. SoundHound AI down back to previous levels of interest. Bouncing right off of that support here. Do you see that? Getting rejected right off of that support level. Or I'm sorry, right off of that moving average level. So obviously there is some down tick here. I'm going to buy 2 shares just to make it an even 5 shares, and I should not have done that. Holy crap, holy. QQQ with a big sell-off. Oh my gosh, did you guys just see that? QQQ down to 587. Massive sell-off. Look at this red. Look at this red here. All right, love to see it. See if that's an overreaction or if we are going to get more selling pressure. Everything's popping off now. Whew, 688. 693. Believe this is going to go probably much, much lower than we anticipated. Yeah, we're just going to get out of this position. I know I just bought 3 shares, but we're just going to get out of that one. If you're going bullish on anything today, don't even waste your time. You know, you want to buy the dip, but the dip can get much lower. Look at this. For the first time since March of 2025 to May of 2025, the NASDAQ market is now officially below the moving average. Do you guys see that right here? It is below the moving average on the daily time frame. Holy smokes, guys. Are we going to be in trouble or what? Bitcoin kind of holding. MSTR should have shot down. MSTZ should have shot up. We were up $40 just a second ago. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Tons of alerts are going off. QQQ trying to come back from the dead here. MSTR with a nice little gap down. Looks like it's trying to recover. So today I'm actually looking at Bitcoin and QQQ on my other screen. So I'm looking at Bitcoin on here and QQQ. And then I could switch between companies that I'm actually interested in buying or selling. So Mara down to 837. It looks like it's pushing up to 850. Holy moly. I'm gonna buy another 100 shares. Everything's starting to fall apart here. Holy moly. Open door down 5%, down to $5. Tesla down to 382. It was just at $400 yesterday. QQQ trying to hold. See if it does, or if we get another leg down. Just added another 100 shares to my MSTZ long position. Where did I buy that at? I bought at 10.99, 100 shares at 10.99. Love to see this spike up even more. You know, I'll take $1 per share. Make a quick $300. Bitcoin trying to find some support here. Could happen, right? QQQ beginning to sell off even more, but should bring MSTZ down with it. Which my cost basis 1091. 1091 cost basis. And really I only need 33 cents to make 100, so 11.24 to make $100 today. Market's trying to find support. Okay, let's see. See if we can get that $100 day. Here we go. You guys can see my cool tree I just got. Just got this ficus. Really nice. Gonna be in our videos now. I'm gonna get some lights for it too. Heck yeah. Here we go, up $55. We haven't broke this yet. Love to see Bitcoin begin to sell off a little here. Everything is pointing down today, guys. Boom. Look at that. 11.16, 11.17. Let's see here. Let's hit that $100 a day like nobody's business. Let's get it. Let's get it. We need just a few more cents here. A few more cents. Man, that would have been nice to hold this overnight. 11.25. All we gotta do is hit 11.25. Come on, baby. What was it? 11.24. 11.25. Let's go 11.25. See if we can hit it. Let's take a look at QQQ. So if it goes back up and gets rejected and get more continuation to the downside, or is it going to cross over and begin to rally? That's what I'm very interested in seeing here. Bitcoin obviously kind of getting weighed down a little bit by this moving average. MSTR somewhat following, kind of doing its own thing a little bit here. Let's see if we can get another big leg down for this to push up. Wow, we're up $70 just a moment ago. We're up $70 just a minute ago. Wow. $11.18 was the ticket. Should take a little bit off of profit right here. I was even thinking about it. Bitcoin trying to rally, QQQ trying to rally. Bitcoin with a nice little push up. That doesn't really mean anything, right? Buy another 20 shares down at this level. I don't have as much buying power because I used that $900 yesterday for Mara, so I don't have it available to use today, which means we're going to be like 60 to 80 shares too short on here. That's okay. 350 shares isn't bad. To where if it just even got back up to 11.17 now, I'd make $100. So I could take a little bit off the table at 11.17. 11.17, 11.18, and then from there we can hold some more shares. Okay, let's see if we get some continuation to the downside now. Let's see this begin to curl over and sell off. Looks like we're starting to see that from QQQ and Bitcoin. As you can see here, Bitcoin pushed up, getting rejected off of this moving average like it has been doing. So let's see if we can get some more selling pressure to the downside. QQQ, same thing, pushed up. See if we can get some continuation to the downside. Doesn't mean it has to happen. That is what we're looking at here. Could have waited to buy more down here, but 1088 isn't a bad position. 1088. Obviously 1060 would have been nice. And of course, any of my shares down in 950 range would have been nice yesterday, right? Literally buying from 950, selling at the 990s. I mean, we had 500 shares yesterday in the nines. 400 or 500 shares. That'd have been $400 or $500 on an overnight swing trade. Would have been nice. Doesn't mean it has to happen though. I'd rather play it safe and not swing something overnight so aggressive. I mean, holding 100 shares would have been okay. But I was already holding 100 shares on Mara, so I was expecting Bitcoin to push higher, not lower. All right, just being patient on this trade. Being patient. Let it run back up to 11.18. Lock in 100. Let the other 100 and 250 shares ride. $347, 11.18. Just waiting to see this drop below. Go, come on. Push up a little more. Could have missed this rally here. Dang it. Come on. Very risky trade for sure. So be aware, it's risky. think we can get back up to that level though pretty easily. It's holding above the 45 EMA pretty well. I think we can see this push up a little bit more. Let's get it. Come on. Would have been better to buy down here, but I don't have any more buying power. Take a look at Bitcoin. All right, yep, see it's kind of holding up on top of this moving average here. So we could get a strong rally, or if it drops below this moving average, we can get more selling pressure. It's sold off pretty significant already, about 2%. QQQ, we're seeing if this is actually going to push higher above this moving average or below and get another leg down. So we're just kind of waiting and watching for now. We do have a position. Not looking good for this trade though. For right now, it's not looking good. Yeah, at one point we were up $70. I should have just stopped it right there and waited for another entry. Oh boy. Here we go. QQQ still pushing. Bitcoin above that moving average now. QQQ slightly getting rejected off of that moving average. Hmm. Yeah, not looking good for this position, guys. Would have been better off to hold yesterday, selling now. See if it breaks above or if it gets rejected. Bitcoin curling over. I think we're gonna get a little breakout for right now. Dang. Bitcoin trying to hold. Mara pushing back up from lows of 837. Mara's at 883, 884. Look where I bought. I bought at 914 and sold at 869. Wow. MSTZ selling off, guys. Whew. We are down today. We are down today. Bitcoin trying to test 70,000 again, get above 70. Yeah. I kind of figured it'd find some support right here. Yeah, I did not like this huge leg down. Huge leg down. Bitcoin reclaims 70,000 for just a moment. Markets are definitely irrational. QQQ still below that moving average though. Let's see. Uncertain times right now. See QQQ begin to drop. That'd be nice. Go, getting some selling pressure. Getting selling pressure from QQQ and from Bitcoin. See that? See this begin to push higher. 1052 would have been a great entry for MSTZ. MSTR. Trying to hold right above that moving average. Man, what a beautiful move today. We missed our exit. A small entry, a small trade, right? Quick, not even 10 minutes. I think it was about 9 minutes. Quick move from 1080s to 1118. Beautiful. Just wasn't able to do it. Bitcoin back below 70. Bitcoin curling over. QQQ. Kind of hovering right here. Sound still bugging me with these stupid alerts. Wow. Come on, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. QQQ wanting to push higher. Yeah, Rivian is up. I remember adding this to my playlist last night. Where is it? Rivian. Right here. Up. It was up 10% pre-market, which was insane. So because Uber invested, yeah, Rivian shares up after Uber unveils up to 1.25 billion investment in co-partner robo-taxi deal. They're talking about putting out a ton of robo-taxis in Miami and somewhere else. Um, Something that Elon Musk has been talking about for a long time, to deploy 10,000 fully autonomous RT robo-taxis. Rivian. So Rivian shares shot up today. And we were just talking about this yesterday too. We were just talking about it. Having resistance around 1550. Broke that resistance and boom, pushed all the way up. Now it's been at this level before, about $17. It's been at this level, a few times. So just a heads up there. QQQ. Testing now as the moving average as a support, not a resistance. See if we get a break of support. Bitcoin beginning to curl over pretty aggressively now. See if it pulls back even more. Yeah, I got in a little bit too heavy on this one. Should have locked in some profits. That's okay. Mara back up to 891. Where did I sell at this morning? Was it 860? 869. 70. So it's up 20 cents. I wouldn't have even been down on my position right now. I would have been at a zero pretty much. But I wouldn't have lost $22. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go. See a nice gap up, a nice gap down. Just holding and waiting, guys. Cool. Markets curling over. Bitcoin also curling over. See this begin to push up. Doesn't have to. $133. A 133 support potentially. Interesting. All right, guys, so we're going to watch this a little bit longer. It looks like we've been at 41 minutes. So I'll give you guys an update in the Discord. If I do decide to cut losses or take profits, all right? So thank you for your time. Like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note. Later, team.